Alright, so it's a new video, not a new day, new video. But we're taking the GTR to the gym. It's still Sunday, so we're picking up literally right where the last vlog left off. I found my shaker. So we finished meal prepping. We did what I usually do, the steak, steak and rice with the like the Philly cheesesteak combo, which I'm going to show you when I get home because I just finished making it. It's around 7 p.m. We're gonna hit the gym now to go hit a push workout, and yeah, so let's get there. Let's collect our thoughts and we'll go from there. Yes, shout out to Yuki's Garage. All right, so we are finally here. Man, Sundays are like the best because like no one's on the road. I can drive here in peace. There's very little people at the gym, and if there is, it's usually the people I fuck with. She's all safe. Deadass shout out to Yuki though. So yeah, I thought I lost my shaker, but I was in the GTR all weekend. And I was like, oh no, I didn't drop the did I lock the car? I was like, oh no, I didn't lock the I was like, oh no, I didn't leave the shaker and the shit in the car, but I ended up leaving it in the car. And I went, and the reason why I went in the car is because I had my belt and my my pre-workout, because I was, yeah, it's locked, okay. I was supposed to work out at Pete's this Saturday before Rose Hill, which was the video before this where we all got together. Went to Cancun, we did the cars and coffee. Or, well, I don't even know what they were calling that. It was just, they called it like car cruise or some shit. But, yeah. So I took my belt and my pre because I was going to take it to Pete's house. And I guess I dropped my shaker then. So, welcome to the story, life of my shaker. But, on a brighter note, not that that was a sad note, we're here now. Tomorrow's a new day, start of a new week. Today's the start of a new week. All my meals are already made. Laundry's going to get done tonight. This workout's going to be amazing. I got everything in order. And now I'm going to show you why I don't need compound movements anymore. What the fuck? The plastic got so high. The fucking, it's separated. I mean, it doesn't leak. Fuck. Damn, now I actually need a new bottle. I was like scared. I was like annoyed because I was like, fuck, I lost it. I got to get a new bottle. And I found it. I screwed it the wrong way, but because it's been in the car the weekend and it was 90 degrees like both days, I like screwed it the wrong way, like tightening it, and it just separated, and I'm just like, shit. So now I need a new bottle, or at least a new cap, so fuck. I'm like patiently waiting for pre-workout to kick in. But like this is a, whoa. Yeah, okay. I may have focused on. I'm like patiently waiting for pre-workout to kick in. I took my the 4 out. I want to get this shot. So it looks good. Just like right, the overview. All right, this is where we come up here to chat. That's actually where Mikey keeps the Jeep. So yeah, we're waiting for pre-workout to kick in right now. I'm focused. I'm ready. I was speaking to some of the members a little bit just now. I'm dialed in. Man, I'm just like, these past few days, I'm just really, like, people just need to get the fuck out of the way. Right now, at least. I know that sounds harsh, but I'm very focused right now. With everything, with that, with the car, with this, the gym stuff, finances. Like, I could really have it all. I'm not compensating my work ethic. I know what we can do. I know what I can do. We can have it all. Let's go lift. Okay. So we did incline. We did 3x6 with 80. And then now we're doing a feet up, same incline setting with half the weight. So we stripped it down to 40 pounds. We're doing a 3 by 15 to 20. So the way I'm running it, by the way, when I say this, like, this isn't like run to a T. Like, this isn't like you guys run with it. This is just like what I do, how it works for me, because, right, it works different for everyone. But I was talking to Nick when we were working out that, like, it's kind of a weird transition for me when I'm taking, like, pre-workout and I'm jumping straight into what feels like an accessory movement, right? Because it's not a compound. Because I'm so used to, like, getting the most energy out of, like, a compound lift and, like, putting, you know, like, funneling all my attention to detail and stuff like that towards the X lift, right? Whether it was deadlift or bench, because we're still squatting, so towards deadlift or bench. And now it's a weird transition, like starting with direct, what feels like an accessory movement, which is incline dumbbell on my push days, or on my pull days is barbell rows. It's a little weird. It feels like I'm not, if you want to be honest, it feels like I'm not working out. But the way I'm transitioning it is we're splitting it into like top working sets, and then almost like not supersets, but like drop sets. So now I have a 3 by 20 with half of the weight, and same thing I'll do with rows. I'll do 2-3 top sets of like 4 to 6 range, almost like 8, like a strength set, to get as much of an overload as I can, and then I'll strip the same movement and work towards more like the technical side of the movement, getting more activation and this and that. So take it with a grain of salt when I'm saying like not to do compound movements. Actually, scratch that. I'm definitely not saying that. If you can afford it, do it. Everybody's different. The best advice I can give is find what goal you want within the fitness community, powerlifting, bodybuilding, or if it's just to work out, whatever. But funnel that like attention to detail, the journey towards that goal. If it's powerlifting, you're not necessarily going to be concentrating on bicep curls. If it's bodybuilding, then yeah, you may not care about how much you could throw up on the bench or how much you could pick up off the floor. So it's really cool how you can just change your body, you know, almost on a given, like almost on a dime almost. Like that's what it feels like. As soon as I lost touch with those compound movements, again, I'm not saying they're bad or good or anything, but given my goals and how I want to orientate it, this is the best thing for me, and it's what works with my body, right? I haven't done any incline dumbbell when I was powerlifting. None whatsoever. No flat dumbbell, no any dumbbell pressing work. And now it's like my best friend. It's giving me the most strength, it's giving me the most size, most activation. And right now, that's the name of the game for me, activation. So I don't want to talk too much. Give you little snippets as we go. We did 2 sets already. We're going to do the last set here, and then we're going to move on to dumbbell shoulder press. Yikes. Okay. dips, flies. I'm probably gonna wrap up with push-ups and some triceps. And that's a wrap. Maybe some lateral raises. Another thing I'm personally not focusing on right now is direct shoulder growth, because I mean, I haven't picked up the camera when, but my shoulders always overcompensate my chest. So like I left all, because I always overhead press from a very early stage in my career, which I'm not regretting of any sense. It's just, even when I bench, because I come from bad shoulder health, me personally, just bad, just not directly like genetics or like a bad, just like a torn rotator cuff, because nothing like that. It's just, it's always been nagging. So I don't want to say rehab, but just like proper, like isolated execution, really strengthened it up, locked it in. A lot of underdevelopment in my lats too. Like, because when I'm benching, I would always overcompensate for my lock of retracting and depressing my scapula, that my rotator cuff would take the hit. So we were assessing, we learned, progressed, you know, right? That was in the span of like 6 months, corrected, and now we're here. But now, fast forward now, my shoulders overcompensate my chest, which now on this block, I'm going to pay more attention to my chest. It is nice to have the front delt separation, but I do want to complete it with a nice upper chest, nice separation, little scoop, just to complete the physique. I'm trying to spot correct as best as I can. Sometimes it's impossible, sometimes we can get away with it. But, right, moral of the story, wherever you want growth, concentrate on it. So I don't necessarily need the shoulder size, mobility, it's there. It works regardless, it overcompensates when I'm doing just push movements in general. So I'll do the occasional shoulder press, whether it's overhead press or dumbbell, and then lateral raises. That's it. Like, no more, no less. I just have really good shoulder health now because of the prior assessment that I did. So let's wrap this up because I am hungry and it's 9 o'clock. That's it. We are done. We have a good pump. Right. Looks good. Looks great. Buy my fucking fitsy. Alright, workout's done. So, single tricep pull down. What are those? Overhead tricep dumbbell extensions. Some bicep curls. Lateral raises, that was it. You guys know what that stuff is, but I mean, you know what most stuff is anyway. But that's it. We're wrapping up. I'm going home to eat. Let's show you guys what I made for the week. We're home. Steak, rice, times 5. So, all of that. This is what we have in the morning. Cinnamon. And then we're putting it on sub rolls with cheese, core power, not Power Crunch, what are those, Cliff Bars. And then my lunch is the Thomas Bagels with light mayo and tuna. And that's literally what I eat for the week, not even kidding. 2 packets of oatmeal in the morning, a serving of tuna, 6 ounces of shredded beef with 145 grams of rice, and then the core power and the Cliff Bar hold me off throughout the day. And then I honestly still have carbs to spare, so I usually snack on something, even if it's like 1 Pop-Tart. I do have enough to spare that much in my macros. Or if like I also sometimes add a Snapple into the order as well, into lunch. But yes, that's as simple as it gets for me. So it's like 170, 180 protein, 275 carb, and we're looking at like 85 fat, I believe. That's leaving us at, I think it's 2464 or 2644, something like that. So energy is low. But oh man, looking in the gym today, man. So the thing with this stuff is you really have to be outcome oriented, because I really don't give a fuck what I'm eating throughout the week. I'm not so stuck up on like shit, like I'm hungry, well, don't get me wrong, I'm human, right? I have the occasional cravings and stuff like that. You see how I eat on the weekend. But I'm so focused on how I'm gonna look at the end of prep that it doesn't even matter what I gotta eat, honestly. I'm so just like, shit, like if it's just like oats or like something stupid, right? Let me give you an example, right? Like hypothetically speaking, if I had to eat like fucking oats 7 days a week, and it told me, right, if you knew the outcome, right, eat oats 7 days a week, obviously that's not doable, but just stick with me for a second. If it was like eat oats 7 days a week and you'll look like this in 4 months, and the outcome is like everything you wanted, like why would you, in my mind, why would I not do that? So no, you don't need compound movements. It is so hot up here. So no, really, you don't need compound movements. And if you take anything from today's video, because I think this is honestly just going to be one video, it's a lot. If you take anything from today's video, take this piece of advice is you do not need to do anything that doesn't complement your goals in the gym. If you don't want powerlifting, don't do it. Hey, if you do bodybuilding, right, get this, because this is what I mean by listen to your body. If you want to do bodybuilding and flat bench press gives you growth, it stimulates your pecs, everything, you get optimal activation, then do it, please do it. It's not a one size fits all. It's the reason why I fell in love with this, because what I do versus what Joe Schmo does is not, it doesn't line up. What he does will not work for me. What I do will not work for him, vice versa. You can literally have a twin born like minutes later, different length of muscle, different fibers, the whole nine. Grow your mental clarity more than anything in the gym. I keep on reiterating that it's the most important thing in my opinion. How you can make, right, because the weight weighs the same, the movements are the same, it's how we use them to complement X factor. They had the same equipment 40-50 years ago as we do now. If anything, we have more and we look worse. We have more than they do back then, and we look worse because we're contemplating, right? Like all of my workouts are still fucking free, or most of them are free weights. If they did it years ago and they look better than what we do now, like how did they do it, right? Even barring enhancements and all that, steroids, all that shit. It's why personal training is overlooked and underlooked all at once, because people can tell you bullshit. They can feed you gas. You can't feed gas to somebody. They can blow smoke all they want. But that's why when it's done properly, it's really just, you can't put a price on it. When it's done properly, you really can't put a price on it. Having a coach working one-on-one with you to understand and how your body works, and for someone to give like an outside point of view and really give you that perspective to take you to that next level, powerlifting or bodybuilding, is it's priceless. But there's also nothing out there that people are teaching that can't be learned. Don't mistake that too. While yes, coaches are convenient and they're beneficial, they were all taught with the same information that's out there. So while yes, you can do it in half the time, it's a gray area. Yes, you can do it in half the time if you're jumping into the field and you want to be as efficient as you can within that time frame. But is it impossible to do it without a coach? No. Is it more beneficial? For some, yes, but it's not the end of the world if you do or do not have a coach. It's whatever benefits you at the end of the day. I'm tired. I'm sweating. I got to shower. I got to be up by 4 tomorrow. This is a good informative video, and I look great, guys. New low weigh-in. I don't feel great. I look great. So, cap it there. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment if you have any questions. And subscribe if you want more. Goodbye.